Hello, dear friends. I am Gopi Dervalia. Today, I am going to deal with this topic Alankar in Indian aesthetic. This is my personal information. Table of contents. First is introduction, Indian aesthetics, chief schools of Indian aesthetics, and Alankar, and then conclusion. First is introduction. Indian aesthetics takes its start from the projections of Bharat in his magnificent work entitled Natya Shastra and winding its course through the presentations of Bhama, Dandi, and Vaman. Ultimately, receives a full-bodied form in the writings of Anandvardhan and Abhinav Gupta, Vishwanath, and Jagannath. The word Alankar means establishment, and it is always associated with the beautiful beautification of the work of art. But this word does not indicate only the mere establishment in the work of art. The concept of Alankar performs a number of classifications in order to study Sanskrit poetics, but among them, two of them are considered to be of primary importance. They are the Upma and the Upme. Indian aesthetics, Mammat, the author of Kavya Prakash, through his profound exposition refuting all the adversaries of Dhwani, defended and re-established the theory of Dhwani indisputably. And throughout 6 centuries ahead, this doctrine was acceptable by all the acharyas. Even Jaidev, who had accepted Alankar to be an inseparable component of poetry, dealt with Dhwani in his book Chandralok. Vishwanath, through established Ras as an Atma of poetry. Yet, while treating the theory of Devant with all its varieties and sub-varieties in his book Sahitya Darpan, accepted Ras as an important variety of Devyant. These are the chief schools of Indian poetics and names their pioneers. Ras, the theory of aesthetic pleasure by Bharat, Alankarvad, the theory of poetic figure by Bhama, Riti Siddhant, the theory of style by Vaman, Dwani Siddhant, the theory of suggestion by Anandvardhan, and Vakrokti, the theory of obliquity by Kontak, and Ochintya, the theory of propriety by Kshamendra. Here I have given my blog link on Indian aesthetic, so you can watch and read. These are the three main key figures of Alankars: Bhama, Dandi, and Vaman. So, Alankar, the theory of Indian poetics is said to have begun with the advent of Alankar school. Though Bharat refers to Alankar and talks about its four types, they were incidental to his discussion on dramaturgy. Kavya Shastra took off in earnest with the Kavya Alankar of Pama and Kavya Darshan of Dandi. Through their works, these writers started serious inquiry into Kavya Sarita, and they started that Alankar, the figure of speech, and underlying principles that govern the application of Alankar, is responsible for poetic beauty. They believe that Alankar is the distinguishing factor that accounts for poetic charm. What is Alankar? Normally translated as ornament or embellishment. The word Alankar was used by the above mentioned critics to refer to individual figurative technique of poetry and also to refer to the fundamental principles of propriety that govern their application in poetry. Besides a whole host of concepts like gun, riti, dhvani, dosh, and ochintya were brought under the umbrella from term of alankar. They believe ornaments enhance the beauty of a woman, and so does alankar to kavya, and that alankar is crucial in invoking ras. Bharat's Natya Shastra is the earliest work on Alankar. After Natya Shastra, the earliest works on Alankar are Kavya Darshan of Dandi and Kavya Tarikra of Bhama. Both of them belong to the 17th century. And Bhama stresses the importance of Alankar and brings all Alankars under the general term Vakrokti. Dandi has defined and classified Kavya more elaborately than Bhama. He stresses the importance of Alankar by bringing everything that beautifies the Kavya under the general term Alankar. Types of Alankar. Rudrita divides Alankar into two types, Artha Alankar and Shabda Alankar. Shabda Alankar means based on phonetic form, or Artha Alankar based on meaning. Mohammed in his Kavya Prakash enumerates 61 Alankars and groups them into seven types. Upma, Rupak, Aprastuta Prashansa, Deepak, Vyatirek, Virod and Samuchayan. Here are different views on Alankars. The great scholar Dandi uses the term Alankar in the sense that cause beauty in poetry, and he writes, Kavya Shobhakaran Dharman Alamkaran Prakashate. Vaman said the poetry is acceptable from embellishment, but he is careful to explain embellishment not in the narrow sense of poetic figures but in the broad sense of beauty. And he says, Kavyam Bruhyam Alankarat Saundaryam Alankara. Alankar Siddhant of Bhama defines Kavya togetherness of sound and meaning. According to Bhama, Alankar is the essential element of poetry, and it consists of the striking manner of putting a striking idea in an equally striking word. Anandvardhan's view in Dhvanyalok that Alankar are those elements which, depending upon word and meaning, minister to the generation of poetic charm. Also certifies the creative use of language in literature. To conclude, the poet uses Alankar with a view to increasing the beauty, enhancing the qualities, and depicting nature, heightening the feelings, delineating the action or activities and circumstances, exposing the internal state, delineating the character, describing the physical beauty, exhibiting the objective, displaying the sense, characterizing the spontaneous movements, and putting thoughts in tune with feelings. These are my work citation, and this is the ChatGPT's answer on my topic, Indian aesthetics and Alankar. Thank you. Now you can ask me question.